week 6 for Power of ICD Products, how to be an effective recruiter, a business builder, leading with the product. So welcome to the 8-week training course. Those of you that have been started with me since week 1, from why Riemann, mindset, how to be a recruiter, how to be a presenter, recruiter, how to seal the deal in closing, and now we are officially in week 6. We skipped a week because it was convention week. Guys, doesn't time fly? I mean, we are on this journey for 7 weeks already. 7 weeks. Man, I am so excited. Well, you know, the information I'm going to share with you guys tonight is going to be based upon my first meeting with Miss Angie Troilo. And I had a chance to visit South Korea's HQ office. But when you go to Seoul's Korea, Gangnam, Oppa Gangnam style office, they rent out 3 floors. But on the 4th floor, I believe, is the R&D company Ask Base, right? And all day long, they're just messing with the container, pushing the spray pump, messing with product. They're literally research and developing anything worth, going a step further. It goes on to the lab on Jeju Island. It's pretty cool. But I was able to actually sit with one of the product developers about 2 years ago. He's actually a chemist and a scientist. Uh, I believe they spent 4 years with like 9 chemists and scientists, creating this product. And I was able to really hear the sequence of these products. And I actually have the honor of sharing that special little insight with you. I know these products, there's many different ways you can use it, but ultimately being congruent and staying with the OEM, like the guidelines of the company, is always the best and duplicatable. So I'll kick off the product training with this. If you're not confident in your product, you won't be confident in your presentation. Truly know what you have, like it's the winning hand. Okay, this is so important. The mindset. This is what posture is. This is what you controlling the conversation is, knowing that you're going to win, knowing these products are going to do exactly what you say. Some of you that are doing network marketing for the first time, I can honestly say without a shadow of a doubt, yes, you are spoiled, and yes, you are lucky, because there is no company that has products like Riemann does. So let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. So before you go into a product presentation, I make it a point to always emphasize the giant Byungpool lava water nano liposomal technology. A lot of people don't understand, but once you really, I'm not going to go over how to explain all this, obviously, but I do make it a point to emphasize these 3 pillars when we start the product demonstration and when we start to lead with the product. It is absolutely important for people to really grasp the idea of what absorption and penetration into the dermis really means. So I make it an emphasis to talk about this. Also, I bring this up, right? We talk about transdermal. ICD skincare literally means into the cellular level of the dermis, meaning it's going to go past the skin barrier and into the dermis immediately. I explain what a microfluidizer is. I also explain that these are not just regular OEM white labeling products, but these are true cosmeceutical nanoliposomal technology products, right? And also, I also make it a point how the world-renowned designer, Miss Paula Shear from Pentagram, who's worked with the likes of Louis Vuitton, Christian Louboutin, Google, Samsung, Coca-Cola, Perry Ellis, Walt Disney, Shake Shack, you name it, she's done it. She is known as the mentor of mentors. And as you know, you guys saw the first opening documentary of Frederick Bertin giving his own personal opinion of what he saw with Bodolab and what really motivated him, what gave him the inspiration to come out with the natural fragrance of flower Atelier. And thinking about that, like, we're at the cusp, like days away from opening UK, which is going to be the stepping stone into all of Europe. Think about this, and you have the world-renowned queen of the beauty game and the king of perfumes and cologne, 2 major icons partnering with the #1 K-beauty, debuting into Europe. Are you kidding me right now? Talk about a flex, right? And we're launching K-beauty makeup geared for everybody, right? People from all walks of life. So it is a big deal. Now, this is called selling the sizzle, then the steak, right? You're building up to it, creating anticipation with all these flex on you data and marketing. And then we get into, the information of Cosmax. And then I want to, before we get into the product, I want to reiterate the importance of what really goes on in a K pop-up, right? What really happens? Because when you lead with the product, I want to emphasize to the new person on the call today, K pop-up would be like the lowest hanging fruit for the newest person to have success, actual success. And it's like the platform that is actually easily duplicatable. So why is it that we do K pop-up, right? So for those of you that are men or women, there's many avenues of how you want to do it, right? You can do it in a business setting where you just give a basic experience on the products, or you can go full out like a spa party, a K pop-up party where you can actually experience the entire full skincare, right? But the important part is the selling feeling part, right? You're giving an experience. But really what happens in a K pop-up, as you lead with the product, it's designed to give you new planners, right? And also in that moment, it's designed to give you a retail sale on the spot. Just like Girl Scout cookies, right? Can you please buy a cookie? Sure, no problem. Can I get the mint chocolate chip cookies? Yes, and the transaction happens, right? A new planner needs to know what that process looks like as they're selling an experience, selling the feelings, right? Also, it gives a chance to lock in some customers, be a part of the customer program. And if all else fails and nobody ends up joining your business or becoming a customer, so as long as you gave them a great experience, it opens the door for you to get extra referrals, right? It might not be for me, but let me introduce you to somebody, right? And also, this is also a pending event for you to be able to network with people and promote the next event, knowing that your new planners and new guests have another event to go to. So the whole point of doing a K pop-up, I don't want you to be uncomfortable in your skin, but we do have to do things with intention so that most people can do the actions and duplicate, right? In my closing training, right? In the part 3 formulas of getting the yes, what did I say, right? In their mind, right? The last third formula is in their mind before they really give you that yes. They have to be able to see themselves able to do it, right? And a K pop up is what allows somebody to do it easily with the guidance of their upline. Now, moving on to a purpose of a one-on-one. First and foremost, it's quick and easy. It's the same thing, right? It's designed to get you new planners, retail sale, onslaught sale right then and there. You're going to learn something from that. And also, you have a chance to enroll people in the customer program if they feel like the business isn't for them, but also another chance to get referrals, create a networking event, and promote for the next event, right? But also, I also made it a point to explain this, right? I'm going to go back to this, right? When people come to a K pop-up, right, you have managed expectations. People know they're going to come for an experience. They're going to do the multi-step K beauty. They're going to hear the pitch. They're going to be sold an experience all out, right? But when you go to a one-on-one to a coffee shop or like a Starbucks, you're not necessarily going to be able to do a 7-step K-beauty ritual at a coffee shop. I haven't yet seen one lady go run to the bathroom, go remove her makeup and said, I'm ready to do a 7-step K-beauty skincare at a Starbucks. It just doesn't happen, right? But here is the secret code or the cheat sheet, I like to say. What I do is when I quickly recognize that that's not happening at a coffee shop or at a Starbucks. But I also know with deep conviction, nothing ain't happening unless I do a demonstration. Because remember, even in the closing training, what did I talk about? Top producing closers, top producing leaders, they're only focused on mastering that craft over and over and over and over again on those activities. And as they master the craft, it automatically yields you more yeses because systemically you have mastered hitting all 3 angles of getting a yes, right? So in order for me to get this down perfectly, what my intention is from the beginning is awakening the 5 senses. So what I like to do kind of as a cheat sheet is I bring the booster, serum, and the EX cream only. These 3. Remember, these 3 are the microfluidized products. So I bring this to a Starbucks, right? And I just lay it out as I'm doing my presentation. But as I'm doing my presentation, you and I both know your prospect is looking at that product and they're already curious and they already heard and know what K Beauty is. So what I do is, this is the cheat sheet. I make it an intention to do the booster, serum, booster, and the EX cream, the dermatology cream on the backside of someone's hand. Okay. When you do this, did you know that ultimately the skin here is going to get hydrated and you will see the reflection of the water of the of the um dewy glass skin on the back of your hand. So immediately, as soon as you do a demo, guess what happens? When you're looking at the hand, this is red with a brown undertone, and this is completely white right there. Instant results. So you know what happens at a Starbucks when you do that little boo say boo? So boo say boo is a little tagline South Korea made up, and it means booster, serum booster, and it's boo say boo of the first syllable of each word. And what I do is I just do the boo say boo basic ritual, and I still sell them an experience. And guess what? As I'm doing the presentation and as I'm, moving along in the opportunity on this intentional one-on-one, I'm reading body language, right? They're nodding their head. They're excited. They're smelling their hand. Oh, no harsh scent. They're looking at it, right? What is this? They're in the buying mode, right? They're giving you the body language. This is what you want to achieve before you start your one-on-one. And that's why it's so important to lead with the product. So as long as you lead with the product, this product in particular is designed to yield you a result, whether it's a new planner, you get a retail sale, customer program, or even some referrals down the road for a follow-up. Why is that? Why is that? Because even on a product level, it meets all three criteria. Can I make money with selling products this good? Yes. Can I do the activity? Yes. Right? Is there value? Yes. So when you're leading with the product, you're creating more and more chances of fulfilling that formula of getting a yes, like I talked about in last week's training. So as we move on, the reason why you want to purposefully master K pop-up or one-on-one leading with the product, selling an experience, is because it gives you the time extension in your business. Okay. How many of you played Cruising USA, right? You're driving this Ferrari Testarossa, and every time you hit a checkpoint, what happens? Your time gets extended, right? And you're still in the game and you have a chance to win it all. See, in this business, if you're able to teach the sequence of how to really use these products in order, a K pop-up is absolutely doable for anybody. As long as you get that part down, a K pop-up is absolutely doable. For those of you that are intimidated to talk about compensation plan or pay plan, you don't have to. You can just go into the experience, talk about the pillars of the product, and then maybe just talk about the 6 points of how you get paid, retail, and just some of that bullet point, and you can go on to selling a product, enrolling a customer, or doing a follow-up to finish your recruit. But the key is to do it and sell the experience. Remember, it's about being brave. Don't be so intimidated about numbers or can I really be a great presenter. It was all about your prospects and how you made them feel. But so as long as you duplicate these activities leading with the product, right? Helping the new person achieve the low-hanging fruit of executing a successful, easy, duplicatable K pop-up, this extends the life of everybody's business because one of five things is always going to be happening in a K pop-up or a one-on-one. But the key factor here is the five senses have already been awakened, and the beauty and the knowledge and the awareness of K beauty is already there. So it's designed to give you results in all these money-making activities. So if you're not doing these money-making activities, it's hard to get a time extension in your business, right? How does the time extension happen? The list gets bigger for somebody, right? The warm market list. Somebody has confidence, is willing to go the extra mile. And maybe that person that knew somebody becomes that next superstar, right? It's all about being able to lead with the product, creating exposure and giving that unforgettable experience seared in the mind with the K Beauty products and the results it delivers. Um, and another thing I want to touch on is these experience kits, right? The expert ritual experience kit, the Radiance and 100 ritual experience kit. Guys, this is the perfect gift, the perfect hors d'oeuvre, or the perfect sampler It's a gateway to an upgrade or a partnership, right? This is actually what helps you sell feelings. I mean, think about it, right? Most women go to Sephora will drop easily 150 to about $300 on maybe one or two products, right? Where can you get the number one K beauty with a sequence of 7 steps of products that you could use for about 10 to 14 days? And probably within 3, 4 days, you're already hooked, you're already sold. This person, so I'm pretty sure you guys already know the conversion rate. As long as they buy this and experience the actual, um, you know, the actual transformation, right? The actual rebirth of their face, we all know the likelihood of them buying more or the bigger package is significantly higher, right? So the whole point is to always sell feelings, right? So in your K pop-up, in your one-on-one, I make it a point to enroll them. My first priority is to enroll a new planner, right? Because that's what's going to give you the aggressive expansion, right? Making money off of leverage. However, this is also a great little tool that still keeps them in the door. It keeps them in the game of follow-up or being recruited. But this can also ultimately be that extra tipping point that gives them that conviction, gives them that confidence to upgrade, be a partner, or get in where they fit in. Okay. So, as I talked about last week, objections lead to clarification. Okay. So, here's one thing I want to touch on, especially here in the North America market. A lot of recruiting sessions I've done, a lot of one on ones, and a lot of meetings I've done for the past 2 years. One of the most common questions that I've received over the years was, Chris, I wash my face with soap. Is there an all-in-one skincare? This whole multi-step, 7 steps. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, so let me address this part, guys. Okay, ladies, men, but especially the ladies, there is no such thing as a free lunch in life. Okay, there's no free lunch in life. There's no shortcuts. Okay, let me explain one thing. Okay, and I think you know the answer to this. This is going to be a rhetorical question. How am I a Korean American man in my 40s? Okay. I'm going to call some names on the call here with some prospects with their cameras open. Okay. So let's talk about Miss Lily Flores. Hi, Lily. Good to see you. And Miss Lan Salvucci. And who else? Who else we got? James Parish. And we also have Mr. TKS. Is that from the Philippines? Are you calling from the Philippines? We have TKS on the call. We have all these people from all walks of life. Hi, Claire. Nice to see that your camera is on. Nice to see you waving back. The reason why I'm calling these people out is how is it that all of us from all walks of life, age, race, gender, it's all different, right? We eat different foods. We probably release different toxins on our face, different types of oils that we detox. How is it there is an all-in-one skincare? It just doesn't exist. Okay? It doesn't exist. So for the people that are complaining about multi-step, remember that objections will lead to clarifications. These people aren't negative. They're just scared of the unknown. And once you educate these people properly and you give them that aha moment, that's when they become believers, right? So don't be intimidated when someone tells you, Chris, I don't know about all the 7 step. Let me explain why this is so important, okay? Because we do cleanse, nourish, and protect. Remember all the names I called on this training right now? All the participants today? We might be from different race, gender, age, race, all of that. But all of us universally, what can we all participate in? Cleanse, nourish, and protect. And that's why K-Beauty is blowing up all over the world. But there is a signature step that I want to talk about is the double cleanse. What K-Beauty is ultimately known for is the double cleanse. And I'm going to educate people tonight on the call why we have this multi-step and why the emphasis is on double cleansing. And as you know, obviously, step one, right? Step one is the moisture cleansing oil, okay? Here's what I want to explain to you guys today, okay? Did you know oil and water don't mix? We all know this, right? Oil and water don't mix. Oil is repelled from water. So the natural answer is oil begets oil. So if you have toxins whiteheads, blackheads, pimples, and oily face, or you heavily do makeup. Oil begets oil. Okay. For those of you that are used to using a makeup exfoliator and you just wash your face, here's the news. What you don't see with the naked eye, all the remnants are still there, going deep into your skin and getting stored into your dermis. Even though you don't see with the naked eye, the remnants of those oils and toxins are still there just because you did an exfoliating wash. It doesn't work like that, okay? Now let me explain. Oil begets oil. Now, ladies on the call, is it safe to say most makeup is oil-based? Yes, right? But also, whiteheads, blackheads, pimples are oil-based, right? So whether you have makeup or not, double cleansing is a signature move in K-beauty, and I will explain why, okay? Now, the way this cleansing oil was made, it was specifically made with essential oils. Obviously, it's a clean product, but they made it specifically one or two textures thinner than the oil texture on our face, our natural oil textures on our face. So what it's designed to do is this oil is designed to penetrate and seep below the face oil and the toxins and get deep into the pores and lift up and push outwards whiteheads, blackheads, all the gunk. Okay. So as you do the oil, here's what I will explain. Whether you have makeup or men that are just looking to get great skin and you didn't do makeup, still do the cleansing oil. Trust me on this, okay? This is the double cleanse. If you're not doing double cleanse, y'all ain't doing K-beauty, okay? And I will explain as we go further down the slide, okay? And as we do this, I recommend 3 to 4 minutes of exfoliating your face. Now, here's the secret. Do not wash your face with water. Did y'all hear that? About 3, 4 minutes, you're gonna exfoliate and clean your face and massage with this oil. And you don't wash your face with oil. What you do is you're gonna get a paper towel or just a regular towel and you will wipe. You just wipe it off. No water, guys. No water. And I will explain why. This is the double cleanse, okay? The double cleanse, because you don't yet want the water on your face, because when you get to the snow enzyme, this is a real enzyme. It's supposed to stick to the gunk, all the oils and the dirty stuff, and help pull it out. Now, when you get to this part, step 2, this is one of the most beloved face cleansers in North America. This is a top seller. HQ decided to discontinue in other markets, but North America, this is a signature product, and this is a North America product, made in Korea. But this is a special enzyme. So when you wash your face, what you do is you don't use water. You squeeze like maybe a nickel size worth on your palm and you lather. You lather really hard and literally paint your face white with this lather. No water. Because it's an enzyme, once you do this, in about 30 seconds, your face is going to start to tingle. It's going to get itchy. You're going to feel something on your face. After you feel the enzymes go to work and the tingleness, then you turn on the water and you wash generously with water. Did you catch that? That's the double cleanse, okay? This is the double cleanse. Now, here's the nuance, okay? After you wash your face, then you can dry your face with the towel with water after you wash it. This is water washed with water. Now, when we get to the alternative step 2, okay, those of you that have sensitive skin, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Those of you that have, combination oily and dry skin, I would recommend alternating 2, 3 times a week with the snow enzyme. And those of you that have heavily oily skin, that's heavy, right? You have oily skin, you can use this on the daily and it will help. It will help as a deep cleanser. And this is also a dry powder. And you put this on your palm and then you add some water and you lather and you wash. But disclaimer, do not use both. You will dry the heck out of your skin, okay? It's either or. But for those of you that have sensitive skin, mild, stick with the enzyme. And once in a blue moon, the deep cleanser is the alternative step 2, okay? Do not use together, okay? Now, as we get to step 3, the two-phase oil mist, shake and you spray, right? This is the famous Camilla flower, the exact same flower Chanel uses. Now, why do we use a spritzer? Now, this spritzer, it's an all-use spritzer, right? You can put it on with makeup on, no makeup, use it in your skincare regimen. When you're hot, you can use it. It's great, right? Now, why are we using a two-phase oil mist? Remember, we just did double cleansing. We just created the cleanest canvas on your face. We stripped all the oils. We stripped everything out. Remember, if you don't double cleanse and create the cleanest canvas, you're not going to get great results. The cleansing part is by far the most important. Remember, the other stuff is microfluidics. I'm going to get there, okay? So now that you have a blank canvas, you do a few spritz just to, kind of like oiling a pan, right? It's like you're just giving a spritz, add some moisture, add some texture, making way for the product to go in. Now, when we get to the calming balancing gel, here is a disclaimer I want to share with everybody on the call. This calming balancing gel is a wonder product. This thing is phenomenal. Think like aloe vera, but made with byungpool and not aloe vera. It's literally similar function, right? You could put this in the freezer, put it on a sunburn, maybe your children's eczema, rosacea, but the ultimate function of this product is for purging, okay? Now, when you get a purge, now ladies, I'm sure you know this, skincare experts, I'm sure you know this, but people that are brand new, don't really understand skincare, there is something called a purge, and this is not a side effect, okay? I'm gonna give you the Winston Churchill quote. If you're going through hell, just keep going, get it over with, right? So what's gonna happen is there is no one size fits all, like I said, right? There are people in this world that are allergic to water, right? So, in any skincare product, you're going to get maybe a 90 to 95% capture rate. There are some very few, the very rare few that might not be able to use it for medical reasons or whatnot. But for the most, this is a clean product all across the board. Most can use this, right? But there is something called a purge. And what that is when you can't see the toxins to the naked eye, there's these toxins that are lying deep in the dermis that have not yet been released. And remember, our skincare is a skin repair healing from the inside out. So when our medicinal, half pharmaceutical grade cosmeceutical product gets to work, it's literally starting the healing process from the inside, pushing your pustules outwards. So it's the pimple, the pus, the yellow stuff, all that stuff is getting pushed outwards to the surface. So when you start getting a purge, do not stop your regimen, keep going. Riemann was already anticipating that that would happen when skin healing from the inside starts, hence why this product was developed. Okay, so what happens is when you use this, okay, if you don't have a purge, great, still use it because it's gonna deliver a lot of minerals through the 24 karat gold flakes. This is also very beneficiary in creating a very soft, hydrated canvas. So it's like a double whammy, right? 1+1. It creates a layer of hydration, a smooth canvas, making way for more product to start healing. But also, when you get that purge, it will subside the bumps. It will subside the redness. This is what this product was specifically designed for. It's to address the purge in your skincare healing journey. Probably about 10 days, okay? About 4 or 5 days. If you have really sensitive, toxic skin, this is when the purge happens. Keep going. At the end of the light, at the end of the tunnel, you know, light comes after the darkest night, sunlight comes, you will see beautiful skin at the end, okay? So stay with it, stick to it, use the calming gel, and this is the disclaimer that there are purges for certain types of people. Now, this is the important part, guys. Prior steps were all a preparation for this application, creating the best, cleanest skin canvas possible. Think about this, okay? We're going to apply 4 individual uses of microfluidized product, ICD, into the cellular level of the dermis. This is half pharmaceutical grade, microfluidized, 450 times smaller than a hair follicle designed to get into the dermis and awaken the youthful skin cells, right? And you're going to see the reflection of the water on the face, that dewy glass skin. If you want to get that 110% perfect glass skin, you got to clear the way and clean the trash first, right? If you're not doing double cleansing, if you're not removing the toxins, and you're not taking the 7-step cleansing seriously, and then with all the grease, remnants, all the leftover gunk, you want to use the booster, serum booster, microfluidize, and put all that into your dermis? No, no. This is why you must explain an all-in-one product just doesn't exist. Cleanse, nourish, and protect. Double cleanse, nourish, and protect. People from all walks of life can participate in affordable luxury and get amazing world-class skin because of the microfluidization, the nanoliposomal technology that we tout. This technology that most can't even replicate, right? This is why the double cleansing, this is why this step is so important, because up until now, you're preparing the best canvas possible for the best concentrated healing effect microfluidized product to go in and do its work from the inside out. Okay. This is why you cannot use an all-in-one product that just doesn't exist. Now, a disclaimer. Okay. Read the bottom. Do not mix and match with outside brand products. Okay. I'm explaining exactly what the company taught me how to use the regimen, but I'm sure you've seen videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the OG planners out of South Korea doing mega dub and doing all these mixing and matching and doing this and that and all these little cool know-hows like an In-N-Out burger secret menu. The reason why that is possible is because these are notably clean products, right? And what these products are designed to do, synergistically work together. So whether it's you use the the double cleanse, and then during the day you do the ICD, and at night whether you do the Radiance and 100, and then you do a Mega Dub, this is all interchangeable because they're synergistically designed to work together. But why you must not use mix and match other outside brands, such as, let's just say, some other product that you're used to using, right? And you just decided to mix it in. Well, then you're going to cause a problem because these are microfluidized products, right? So if it was a chemical-based, distilled water-based product that was designed to create a result chemically, topically, just surface level, but you decided to be the scientist yourself and use that product and then use the booster and microfluidize that into your dermis, you will create a side effect. You will create skin problems. You will create a problem on your skin. Because this is half pharmaceutical grade, the disclaimer is during the duration of the time you're using ICD products, only use the ICD skincare products, okay? Now, people ask, well, then how do I do my makeup, or what about sunscreen? While it's wet, do not mix them out. If it's dry, you're good to go. The function has already come and passed, come and gone. It's already in. It's safe once it's dry. You could go ahead and start using your application of makeup and things like that. But during the application, during the healing process, during the feeding process, do not ever mix and match other skincare brands. Just stick with the entire ICD line, okay? Now, up until now, this was double cleansing, massaging, creating the perfect situation for the German Derma Test certified microfluidized booster. Okay. So now when you look at the marketing videos, right, they talk about the Boo, what does it say? It makes the way because of the microfluidization. It penetrates the skin, goes deep into the dermis, makes the way, awakening the youthful skin cells. So it's like a quick tap, awakening these youthful skin cells with hydration. Now it's ready to accept more hydration. You have its attention. The skin is reacting, right? Then when you do the actual serum, think of this as like a layered blanket, like a bond, like a thick bond, highly concentrated in giant byung pool. And what you're doing is you're applying this all over your face, microfluidized, and we emphasize boo, right? Booster, serum, booster. And the reason why on step 7 we do the booster again is it's creating a delivery straight in to the dermis, right? So it's helping also the bond, the serum, go actually deeper into the dermis with the booster activating those skin cells. And to top it off, you finish with the dermatology cream. This cream right here is the star of the show, front and center. This is what you would call the flower of the entire showcase. Why? This is the one. This is the one that sold 40 million bottles, right? Some people are going to ask you, do we have an eye cream or a décolleté cream? No, we don't. We don't need it. Why? Because this is microfluidized. Every skin texture works. It's going to go deep into the layer of the dermis, right? Just like the name ICD promises, okay? So for during the day, I would recommend, you know, just regular usage. During the evening, I would recommend ample use, be generous. This is an easy step to teach. The reason why we do this multi-step is to get those killer results, okay? Imagine if you just exfoliated your face, washed your face off, and then you use the one size fits all product. Your skin is going nowhere. Your skin is not going anywhere. You're not going to age backwards. Okay. Remon has cracked the code. It took them 4 years before they sold one single bottle. This is the gold standard. For those of you that already know K-Beauty, I'm sure you've heard multi-step plant-based K-Beauty. This is the one. Everybody else is RC Cola, and we are Coca-Cola. Every other K-Beauty plant-based Jeju Ocean Water, Madeca, Centella, K-Beauty is a copycat of ours. We started the game. So remember, have confidence, have posture, don't be scared. And as you know, the collagen melting sheet has been a hot viral topic on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, highly, highly demonstratable. This product is, you're able to use it before makeup, after your regimen, before your regimen. You can use it once a day, once a week, once a month, however you please. And this is also synergistically designed to work with the K-Beauty Insulderm regimen. So make sure you guys take note of that. And as you know, the collagen melting sheet is a New Zealand collagen, and it is a marine collagen that has been nanospun to a nano size to actually penetrate your skin. So my part here is done. I believe we are just right on time. It is 6:55. I hope I brought some value to you. I know, especially for the men or the new people getting into skincare, this is a lot. This can be confusing. I feel a little bit out of place for being a man, but let me tell you something. Men have skin too. Men have wrinkles too. And dear men, who said you can't look your best doing business, right? Look your best. With the power of information, more and more men are awakening to skin healing repair. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for participating today. A very simple and easy trainable product demonstration training, the power of ICD products. But next week, as we get into week 7, I will be also training on the power of duplication. You see, everything I talked about, why Remon, right? Why you should be a part of this business, coming into this business, what mindset to prepare for, right? How to present this business effectively and become that recruiter to expand your business. And as you're recruiting in the business, the hardest part can be closing. It can be nerve-wracking. It is to help you have posture, confidence, and also lead with the product. And after you've retained probably 6 weeks of this training, the whole purpose is to duplicate yourself, right? Duplicate, just like how we talk about McDonald's, right? McDonald's, those of you that understand McDonald's, right? We could probably all make a much more better quality hamburger. But why is McDonald's so successful? Because they focused on the power of duplication, right? This business is easy to do fast and hard to do slow. So with that said, I will be covering the power of duplication, and on week 8, I will be covering kind of like an encore training of what we did in convention. I will be covering comp plan driving behavior. This one is a little bit long, so I will prepare you guys for it. It will be recorded. So with that said, we are officially done with week 7 of Power of Duplication. I'm sorry, Power of the Products. I'm sorry, Power of the Products. And next week, for week 7, we're done with week 6. Next week for week 7, I will be training on how to duplicate yourself masterfully. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for being on. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. I hope all of you stay safe. I'll see you guys at the top. I will see you next week. I love you guys. I wish so much for your success. Let's all make it happen. Have a great weekend. See you soon. Love you guys. Bye.